Kathy Hochul won a first full term in office as New York's governor on election night. Hochul defeated Republican Lee Zeldin in what developed into a surprisingly tense race in its final weeks. Already the first woman to hold the governor's office in New York, Hochul will now become the first to win it in an election. Her victory keeps New York Democrats on track to maintain their now nearly two-decade-old winning streak in statewide elections. Our state capitol correspondent Elise Klein has more on what was likely the biggest race in the Empire State.
Well, happy post-election day from the state capitol here in Albany. The excitement continues as we continue to cover the statewide races. Last night, the poll numbers came in pretty quickly. There are over 14,000 election districts to report votes to the New York State Board of Elections. And last night, Kathy Hochul appeared to be in the lead throughout the evening, according to the numbers from the New York State Board of Elections. And around midnight, she declared victory.
I'm not here to make history. I'm here to make a difference. Because of all of you will keep making progress, breaking down barriers, breaking glass ceilings, helping New Yorkers achieve the greatness that it is capable of. And I will lead with strength and compassion, not with fear and anger. And together, we'll put our values to work. Lift up all and leave no one behind. We'll build a state where families can afford to raise their children. We'll create good-paying jobs from Long Island, the city, the Hudson Valley, the North Country, and Hochul, and the Southern Tier. We'll do all that, create good-paying jobs. Also, keep in mind, they deserve safe, affordable housing, because that's one of their rights. And make sure that all of our kids will succeed in school and achieve their full potential and live in communities without fear, have the safety to walk through the streets and take our subways without illegal guns on our streets.
Now, the New York State Board of Elections emphasizes on their website that all the poll numbers reported to the New York State Board of Elections are unofficial. New York State election law requires a complete recanvass of all votes on Election Day and all absentee, special, and provisional ballots before any election results can be certified. And in a general election, it can take up to 25 days to certify the results of an election. For WNY News, I'm Elise Klein.
Elise, thank you. Meanwhile, Lee Zeldin spoke following Governor Hochul's victory speech. He did not exactly concede, though. Take a listen.
There's a piece of this story that is still to be told. There's over 1.4 million Election Day votes that are still out. So there's this, it's going to be a little frustrating for the members of the media who didn't want us ever to be in contention here in New York.
Now, when we break down the vote tally, Hochul won over 52% of the vote statewide compared to Zeldin's 46%. In rural counties like Chautauqua County, the Long Island congressman was the favorite here, winning 64% of votes to Hochul's 34% locally.